Hey everyone, it's Liam here from A Shot of Wildlife, and today I'm on an 86-year-old wooden yacht on the Norfolk Broads. Now this place is famous for wildlife, so let's see what we can find. I've explored the Broads on foot lots of times before, but this is the first time that I've been on a boat specifically to see wildlife. Being so low down to the water gives everything a new perspective and allows views that you would never get from the bank. The waterside vegetation provides a great habitat for lots of species of birds, such as this Sedge Warbler. Just like most other warblers, Sedge Warblers are summer migrants, and for a bird that weighs less than 14 grams, they have travelled a long way. They spend their winters in sub-Saharan Africa, which is more than 2,000 miles away. They can be separated from most other warblers by the cream stripe above each eye. The Broads are lined with mile upon mile of dense reed beds, and this provides the ideal place for a moorhen to rear its chicks. Moorhens are like most other waterfowl in that their chicks leave the nest almost as soon as they hatch. This is known as precocial and means that although the eggs take longer to hatch, the chicks are less demanding of their parents once they have. I guess the chicks are quite cute, in an old man kind of way. Another plant that is common throughout the Broads is the native yellow lily. Not only do they provide a floating buffet for insectivorous birds like this grey wagtail, they also create shade and shelter for the fish beneath them. More than 10 species of fish live in the Broads, and one of the most recognisable is the bream. These fish can grow to almost 3 feet in length and to more than 9 pounds in weight. They are a deep-bodied species and have large, pointed, dark fins. Bream usually live in deeper water where they are safe from predators, but even a medium-sized fish would be relatively safe from this fisherman, a grey heron. These birds stalk through the shallows where they ambush small fish, spearing them and then swallowing them whole. As we sailed further into the Broads, towards a wider stretch of river, we were escorted by a male mute swan. At first I thought he'd puffed his feathers to warn us to steer clear of his partner and 5 cygnets up ahead. But soon it became clear that he was targeting another male that was approaching from further downstream. Within seconds the two birds came face to face, but rather than fight straight away, they raised their wings, puffed their feathers and started to spin in small circles. This posturing is an attempt to settle the dispute without violence, but sometimes that isn't enough. Swans have powerful wings with bony elbows, and every blow that lands could cause serious injury or even death. The fight is brief, with the intruder chasing the resident male downstream. But what does this mean for the young family? Luckily, although he looked to be considering attacking them, he lets the family pass and they soon swim away to catch up with the defeated but uninjured male. The next patch of water was more open, and I caught a brief glimpse of a Marsh Harrier disappearing behind some trees. This large bird of prey went extinct in the UK in the 1800s, but has gradually been making a comeback. Of the 400 pairs in the country, about 100 of them live in or around the Norfolk Broads. The day was drawing to a close and we started to head back towards the boatyard. As we did, we passed by lots of old wooden moorhens which provide the perfect dating platform for common darter dragonflies. This male is searching for a mate, but he might be a little bit too late to the party. This female has already been claimed. The red male has used his abdominal claspers to grasp the female by the back of her head, and she has raised the tip of her abdomen to the underneath of his thorax. This is how her eggs are fertilised and is known as the wheel position. In some species the whole process takes just a few seconds, but in others the male might stay attached to the female until she has laid her eggs. These are laid in and around water, which is where the subsequent larva will develop. Well, as you can see, we're back on dry land now, but hopefully if I buy John and Colette enough beer, they'll let me back on the boat again in the future and maybe we'll see more wildlife. Now if you did enjoy this video, then check this one out here where I discover some of our common garden birds, or this video here where I journey beneath the surface to take a closer look at some of our freshwater fish. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.